Hello, everyone. Welcome to Resistant Front. I'm your host, Saeed, and there are a lot of things to talk about today. For the first time, I said to myself, why you are not talking about the recent events in the world? And here I am, talking about it. As an Orientalist, or at least an amateur Orientalist, I can dare say that what is happening today, Venezuela, is part of it related to Iran. I'm going to get to that, but before that, let's get back to a couple of months ago in summer when United States, with the lead of Israel, invaded Iran. They planned to totally demolish Iran. They wanted to overthrow the government and create and establish a foothold for United States inside Iran. Turns out that Iran wasn't the paper tiger that they thought it was. United States was surprised when the missiles penetrated all the defense mechanism and shields and layers that they created over Tel Aviv when we were pounding all their cities day in, day out. But there was a couple of more important things that they didn't believe Iran had the will or even the capability to go for. And that's Hormuz. Between the Persian Gulf and Sea of Oman, there's a narrow place. It doesn't look narrow, but it's only some small part of it that are deep enough for the big tankers to cross. And guess what? Almost half of the world crude oil comes from that place right under our noses. Iran didn't use this tool, didn't want to escalate further. But in these past couple of months, Iran is Iran and the commanders are talking about that we can actually uh, pick and choose who let to cross the narrow strip. We can do that. We don't have to just put a lot of mines into Hormuz in order to block it. We can simply use 2,000 kilometer range anti-ship missiles. We can shoot them right in the middle of the desert and hit the target in the Gulf of Oman or simply the Persian Gulf. We have that capability and the will to act on it. But there are more important stuff that going on. All the Arab nations around Persian Gulf, they will all feel threatened simply because if Iran goes down, they're not going to stay intact. They all have to come down to the dirt and mud and fight. It's not like you're going to give base to this and that country and actually run away when the fight comes. Ask Qatar. They found out the hard way. Before them, Iraq, when they unjustifiably, when our great general Qasem Soleimani was on a diplomatic, I repeat, diplomatic meeting, they targeted him. Iran, as a major power, not a superpower, a major regional power, has enough capacity and capability to fight off two nuclear armed countries and come on top, survive, live for another day. United States found out that if they want to destroy Iran, if they want to capitulate Iran, if they want to get rid the Ayatollah government, they're going to make a move and prepare for it. That preparation comes from nowhere other than Venezuela, the backyard of United States, one of the countries that I personally adore and love. The government there, a socialist government. Nicolas Maduro is their leader. His amazing personality and charismatic leadership created a lot of pain in the ass of United States. In past few weeks, you can hear a lot about the numbers are up for Maduro. People stood by him. 4.5 million militia. In Iran, we call them Basij. Basij, it means galvanizing the people. Bring them under one goal and one banner to protect the country, protect what they love and what they believe. So, they created the militia. Looks like they're learning a couple of things from their old ally. The other things that they're learning, that cheap fighting is better than the expensive ones. Expensive ones are too hard to make, too hard to maintain, and you have to give a lot of your sovereignty to gain them. But in the other side, cheap boats and at the same time cheap drones, missiles, that's the future of warfare for small countries. But there is another thing that is most important than all these, the tactics. The tactics to how to use and utilize all these tools that you have in your possession. You can see a simple RPG and small firearms like AK can actually create huge impact inside a battlefield if they are being used rightly. Gaza is a testimony of these tactics that they work. One of the strongest and the most efficient army on the planet couldn't take over a small place. In a small place compared to everything that world has to offer. Gaza Strip. This small place is actually like a sting on the bear's nose. They couldn't take this small place after 2 years of genocide. Total annihilation of every building, every street, and they bled alongside the people of Gaza. To fight 66 days with Lebanon, that was a lot of pain for Israel. Israel tried to save the face. They invaded Iran, and the only victory that they gained was an intelligent one. We all know they are really good at it with all the technology and the resources that United States, and thanks to the taxpayer money that being spent inside Israel, they use it lavishly. They pay off spies, they train foreigners inside all sorts of European countries and bring them in for terrorist activities. But the main prize is not Iran. Iran is the only country in alliance that creates a huge difference for the world, especially in global south. China, Russia, Iran, North Korea. These three countries, all three of them has nuclear weapon. The only country that doesn't have it is Iran. So they see Iran as a soft belly of this alliance. They think that we are Italy. Well, can't be more wrong. If all these country falls, Iran will not. I promise you that. China, China, China is totally reliant on our oil from Persian Gulf. All the countries are selling oil. China. In total opposite, United States have abundant amount of oil in their position. United States with 55 billion of barrels of crude oil. They're totally independent. They don't need oil. So why they want to take Venezuela? Because Venezuela has the biggest crude oil on earth. There's no one else can compete with that. They want to take over simply because they know if they come at Iran this time, and they really come at us for capitulation, Iran will not allow the other countries around the Persian Gulf to exist. All their old fields will go under heavy bombardment. If we are not going to export, no one else can. This is our region. We have the right to defend ourselves. We have the right to sell what is legally and rightfully ours. The same goes for Venezuela. Venezuela will fight. They have a strong spirit. You can feel it. 4.5 million people in a couple of days, that's not something, that's not a goal that every country can hit in a couple of days. But they did it. Iran is 100 times stronger and 100 times closer to the allies that have a will and capability to defend it. China and Russia. They think that they pinned Russia to Ukraine, but you can see that Russia is actually exerting power even in Venezuela. They sent a couple of navy assets there to help against this. They're not taking it lightly. These threats are serious. They're not there to fight narco traffickers. We all know that. This is just another WMD excuse, and it's not a good one. A lot of the footage that are coming out, you can see they're this is war crime. You can't just kill narco traffickers, even if they are narco traffickers. You are not allowed to kill them like that. You should detain them. And you really need that much assets? These machines are not cheap to run. Billions and billions of dollars are expended to these can flow rapidly around the world. United States want to invade Venezuela, and the only thing that stands against that invasion are the people. If United States see the unity between the people of Venezuela, I assure you that invasion will not happen. So, you can see that threats against Venezuela, first of all, they are serious. Second, Venezuela is not the main goal. They're looking for something else. We all know that United States is totally jeopardized and their political system is totally corrupted by the Israeli money. They're in control. They're threatening, they're assassinating, and they're buying and bribing. They will not let the United States go. Some people are happy that Mamdani elected as the New York office. I'm happy. But the most important part is that if you don't get your head around and understand that they occupy the United States and United States is not acting on behalf of their own people and their interest inside our region is totally being demolished by Israel. The only way that I can see a good relationship between Iran and United States, it's the exact thing that our supreme leader said. They should stop supporting Israel. That support is the problem. That support has created all these problems in our region. They need to go. They're a misfit, this region. And the benefit and interest of United States totally under threat for that apartheid nation. They will not be able to take over Venezuela, at least I hope so. But they will not let Iran go because Iran will not let Israel go. We are hyper focused on Israel. They got to go. We're going to make sure of it. Pray for access of resistance. Pray for people of Gaza. And I personally will pray for Maduro and people of Venezuela. God bless you all.